is up, you guys? Another day, another split. Thank you for another subscriber. Thanks for the views on the shore. I know I caught a little heat on it because it showed a car accident, but it is what it is, man. Stuff like that happens every day. And I was just trying to show, like, what's the cause of all this traffic, and then it happened to be there. That's crazy. I hope they're alright, though. But I said, at least it wasn't a bike, which is true. I hate seeing bikers on the road. Cars, you have more protection and stuff. Yeah, you can still get hurt and die, but chances are way higher on the bike. So that's why I said that. Anyways, today's video is going to be about why I quit plumbing. Y'all didn't know, I've had many jobs, but I did plumbing for a little while, probably about 6 or 7 months of plumbing. The company shall remain unnamed. I started there with no knowledge of plumbing whatsoever. I went in for an interview basically, and they just said I was hired the same day. And at the time, this certain company would want you to start working right away. I got hired as an apprentice, so I rode around with a couple of the guys. I think there was only about two plumbers for San Diego for that company. And then I was an apprentice, and they hired another guy. So I rode around with them for a little while, probably a month maybe, probably like 3-4 weeks, so basically a month. And then we got our van, which I had to go to LA to get, by the way. They didn't bring the van down here for me or anything. I had to take a personal vehicle, didn't get paid for gas, and had to go get this van. I'm like, cool, whatever, it's a job, I could probably make bank as a plumber. So you're still kind of green after just a month of barely getting to know how to plumb. And I was expected to do everything a residential plumber would do. Change toilets, change faucets, do pipe repairs, do soldering jobs or sweating jobs, whatever you guys want to call it. And of course, upsell our services. And on the topic of upselling our services, we could charge whatever we wanted. We could take a simple, let's just say like an angle stop or something, or a hose to your toilet, sell it to you for $500, and if you buy it, then you buy it, and that's it. When you could literally go to Home Depot and buy one for like 20 bucks. That's just an extreme example, but that's what we could do, and sometimes we did do it. Back on the subject of me being super green to everything. Yeah, they just expected a lot from a person that doesn't know anything really. And then they kind of had a sink or swim mentality, so you either learn fast or you quit. So I'm a fast learner, I would say. And so I picked it up pretty fast, so probably about 3 months I was good. I was doing my own repairs and stuff, getting under the houses, cutting out ABS pipe. So I would make minimum wage. So I'll make $15 an hour, I think. Or maybe it was less at the time. But let's just go with $15 an hour plus commission. And you're expected to go on and off rotation, being on call, till 11 at night. And there was one time I did get a call like at 10:40 and I had to go. But that's just what's expected of you. And it came down to the point where if you don't run calls and you don't try to upsell or scam people, you literally won't get paid anything. Let's take for example, probably halfway through my time at that company, I got stationed in Riverside and I live in San Diego. So I would have to drive my plumbing van all the way to Riverside, be there at 7 o'clock in the morning. Some days be on call till 11, then go home, then do it all over again. I didn't get paid for drive time, but I did pay for gas. I honestly enjoyed plumbing. It's just, some days you would make really good money, and some days you wouldn't. It wasn't constant, it wasn't consistent. If you work a regular 9 to 5, you're like, okay, in 2 weeks I'll have, I don't know, $1,500 or whatever. Over there, you're like, some days I could, some paychecks I can make $300. Some paychecks I can make over $3-4 grand. Did I ever hit those numbers? No, because I wasn't a scammer. I was a very honest plumber, and I think that's the way it should be. I've had a few of my co-workers, not be named as well, they would often, if someone has a clogged toilet, for example, I'll go in there, I say, yeah, your toilet's clogged. Then I'll be like, you know what, let's take a look with the camera to see what's going on, what caused the clog, you know? It might be something deeper than just too much paper in the toilet. So I go, we get the jetter out there, we're cleaning your line, we're cleaning your pipes, then we send the camera in, which a jetter is $70, by the way. And I think $70 for the plumber, that's a whole different division or department. So $70 for us, and then we charge $140 for it. Anyway, so we go get the jetter, we go and jet your line, we stick the camera through, we're like, oh, you have roots in the line. You're gonna need a repair. And so the camera has the ability to kind of radar ping where the head of the camera is in relation to where the roots are. So if you have roots 3 feet down your line, we could leave our camera, we could see where the roots are, which were 3 feet, and then it'll get off like a little sonar ping and be like, this is where you have to dig. And then of course, that's where the real money's made. If you have to get some line repair done, that's big money. I think the cheapest line repair I did was at least $2,000. And we did work with a finance company that would let you finance it, and they would finance anybody. As long as you had money coming in, they'd finance you. You'll probably pay a high-ass interest rate on it. Sometimes we would lie and say your pipe's broken, and once we dug the hole, you agree for us to do the repair, we dig the hole, we'll find the line where the camera pinged, break your pipe. No lie. And then if we told you you had roots coming in, we'll stick some roots in there. We'll find some roots and stick them in the pipe and be like, yep, you had roots. And I did feel bad most of the time, and I didn't particularly agree with what my coworkers were doing, but I had to eat too. So it's either you go down, you stoop down to that level, or you legit don't get paid. For supplies and stuff, we had a company credit card, so we buy supplies, and anything below a certain amount of money, we would get charged double for it. So if you just bought a little thing of, I don't know, let's just say a plumber's tape or whatever, and it costs $10. They would charge us double, so we would get charged $20 from the company. And it would get taken out of our paycheck. I do have some funny stories. I do have some good times to share just meeting new people when I was plumbing. Like one time we were doing a line repair where this dude actually needed a line repair. He did have a thick ass root going through. If I find the pic, I'll insert it. It was just me, and we were in Redlands, and it was probably like 11 at night, because we don't stop until the job is almost done, or we could come back to the next day where the customers can't cancel. He was like, yo, how much this gonna cost? I'm like, what did the other guy tell you? And he's like, probably around, I don't know, $3,000 or something. I'm like, alright, then that's the price. He's like, will you accept this as payment? And let me just tell you, it was a substance that rhymes with back. Alright, an illegal substance that rhymes with back. You could probably figure it out. And I'm like, nah man, sorry, I can't accept that as payment, you know? And he was like, alright man, then I have to go sell it. And so this dude gets on his bicycle super late, leaves for about 45 minutes, comes back, and he has all the money. I'm like, what the hell just happened, bro? This is wild. That dude also said he's been in movies with Al Pacino and stuff as an extra. So, I don't know, that dude's all over the place. But he's a cool dude. So what it really came down to making me want to quit was, number one, the scamming people. Because I felt like that shit was a scam, bro. and I couldn't find it in my heart to keep doing that. And they weren't rich people, they were poor people taking out loans and stuff. Another reason was just the hours they wanted me to work was insane, especially when I was stationed in Riverside. Number 3, this is a big iffy one for me, but it was hard work. I like doing hard work, but just constantly digging. If things are good 4 out of the 5 days, or going back to the same spot where problems pop up or something and then doing concrete, that shit killed me. Another reason, and the final reason, was just the money. So going back to that Riverside thing, one paycheck I only made $600, and I couldn't afford to pay my bills with no $600. And after that I was like, oh yeah, I'm done. I learned a lot. I've done a lot of my own plumbing repairs at my own spot and at my grandma's house now. It taught me a lot. I flooded a house one time by breaking a copper line, and then the second floor toilet leaked onto a baby's head. Yeah, it was all bad. I've done that. I've messed up every way possible, and you know, still turned out okay. So if you're thinking about hiring a plumber, make sure they're good plumbers, and just know that it's going to be a lot of money regardless if they're good plumbers or bad plumbers. It's just an expensive thing to fix, especially with parts being more expensive now. But I think that's going to be it for today, you guys. Remember to keep smiling, tell somebody you love them. Have a good day.